Welcome back to Dark Souls. Last time, we destroyed the Black Dragon Calamite, and we managed to defeat all 4 of Gwyn's 4 knights. Adding that to our list of accomplishments, alongside fighting an ancient dragon and defeating the Lords of Life and Death themselves. This time, in the normal timeline, where Hawkeye Goth is still alive, I'd like to talk to him.
Thou comest again, legend of humans. It is always an honor to speak with thee.
I'm glad you have so much respect for me, Goth. I thank you for that. We don't really need to buy anything from him, even though this is the best place to buy any kind of upgrade materials that you can buy. The best place to get them, really, here. But I like to speak with you. Yeah. Take a listen.
I suspect thou hast taken a gander at it, but the dark of the abyss, which swallowed poor Artorias, threatens to devour our entire land of Ulyssil. It seems that this dire fate is unavoidable, but seduced by a dark serpent or no, they awoke that thing themselves and drove it mad. One's demise is always one's own making.
The Dark of the Abyss, which swallowed Artorias. It threatens to destroy Ulyssil and the rest of the world. Goth believes that this is unavoidable. Well, we meant for the Age of Dark to take over the Age of Fire as the rightful passing of ages, but the way the primeval human has twisted it, that's not the way. But seduced by a dark serpent, that dark serpent is almost certainly being Darkstalker Koth, who asked them to wake up the primeval human so he could have a Dark Lord. Darkstalker Koth believed who wanted a Dark Lord. They awoke him in themselves, and they drove the primeval human mad. They drove him mad, and he took his revenge upon their land. They did it to themselves, really. Can you give me a little help before we leave, Goth?
If thine wish is to succeed poor Artorias and challenge the spread of the dark, then thou must face Manus, father of the abyss. The dark emanates from Manus himself. Even if this land shall expire, thou may be able to prevent further corrosion. But even so, one day the flames will fade, and only dark will remain, and even a legend such as thyself can do nothing to stop that.
To challenge the spread of the abyss, we now know the name of the primeval human. Manus, father of the abyss. We must find Manus and destroy him. If we manage to defeat him, we can stop the abyss from spreading to other lands. But, as Goth says, soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. And even a legend such as ourselves can do nothing to stop that. Even a legend like Gwyn can do nothing to stop that. So Goth here just sits in his tower, to accept his fate. He is, despite the fact that he is blind, and he has no clue why he's blind, he is very, very wise, especially for a giant of all things. I will be back. I'm back. So Goth seems to have accepted his fate. Very wise. Is there anything else you have to say to us before we leave? You just gonna stay here in your tower, making carvings for the rest of your life?
No, do not mistake my words. I cherish my work. Wood carving is a nuanced art. I would have much to talk about with that blacksmith. In truth, how is the old chap, I wonder? Still hammering away, I should hope.
Wood carving is nuanced, especially the way he does it. These are made from arch trees, the carvings, at least the special ones that we have. Crafting is a nuanced art, and that you have much to talk about with a certain blacksmith. By that blacksmith, he means, obviously, the giant blacksmith. The one in Anor Londo, the one that we met. This has relation to something that we saw a long time ago when we made our first visit to Anor Londo. When we met the giant blacksmith, there was a treasure chest behind him. And it contained the Hawk Ring. The Hawk Ring, as we know, belonged to Hawkeye Goth himself, right here. It seems he left his ring with his friend before he went off to Ulasil. And Gothel and the giant blacksmith, even though he is not as wise as Goth is, he also means well in his in his strange way. Goodbye, Goth.
Farewell, proud human. May every honor be bestowed upon thee.
Thank you. I'll use my time to the fullest. I'll make a difference. And I'll make this age finally end. Goodbye, Hawkeye Goth. It's been a pleasure. You know what? I think he can stay here. And he can just sit there happily carving wood for the rest of his life. As for us, now that little bit of a now that we're done getting sidetracked with black dragons and giants, we must go and destroy the primeval human, Manus, father of the abyss. With this information, I would like to read in the description of one of my items. This one. The bloated head. The head of an Ulasil resident whose humanity went wild after being devoured by the dark of Manus, father of the abyss. The bloated head is fissured, the cracks lined with innumerable tiny red eyeballs. With a hard outside and mucus-filled inside, no sane person could ever wear it. These are corrupted humans, the bloatheads that we see in the township. That's why I didn't want to show it to you, because it would give away the name of Manus. So, it seems that what Manus actually did is just corrupt the humanity inside them. In my opinion, this is almost as bad as the undead curse itself. Because this is a time where the undead curse did not exist. It didn't exist yet. The fire was linked, but the effects would not come forth until later in the future. As for us, we're gonna continue through the township now. This is the right one. You know what? I'm gonna do it. We're gonna reinforce our weapons. 14. And we're gonna use our Titanite slab to make 15. As well as our long bow. Our weapons are fully upgraded. We're ready to face the abyss. Now what we need to do is take care of these poor bastards. Die. And we're going to take the lift. Yes, this is the right way. Just needed to breathe. I'm gonna equip my silver pendant because what we have in front of us is something interesting, that's for sure. 2 bloathead sorcerers. That's that. You do that wrong, you'll get ambushed by both of them. Heal up. That did not work. Dark fog. Oh boy. Heal up. This sucks. That's that. That's the last of them. Now we can proceed through the township. More statues of beheaded Lucille sorcerers. Manus may have destroyed them out of rage because they drove him mad. They tortured him. Now we're gonna come into this wide room with abyss gunk trailing everywhere, and we have a unique enemy. This is the chained prisoner. You hit it, your attacks will just dink off. Unless you use two-handed, which you'll... What is this thing? It seems to be a mix of a bunch of things. It has a wooden log stabbed right into it. And it has a ball and chain on top of that, and a little claw. Ow. What is this thing? I think I can make one assumption, but I'll save it once it's dead. That's that. It's dead. When you kill it, it can sometimes drop the chain armor set. That's interesting. Now, what is this chained prisoner? I have only one guess. The chained prisoner was Manus's executioner. No, his jailer. Not his executioner, his jailer. He tortured Manus. And that's how he was punished. Now we must go deeper. We're getting closer to the abyss where they found him. We touch this lift and we have a trap. It's just one bloathead though, so it's not too bad. Do you hear that? The chains. Broken bars. Someone bent these bars and jumped out. This was where Manus once was. There you have a silhouette. This little shadow of a head with a very thin body. Manus. This is the way. The hanging chains. We have another bonfire here. Welcome to the Ulusil Township Dungeon. What we're going to do is kindle this bonfire, because we're going to be making use of it. I think that should do it. There. And I think we're done here. Next time on Dark Souls, we proceed through the Ulusil Township dungeon and look for the abyss and destroy Manus. See you guys then.